What's going on, party people? My name is Solomon. I am an artist, and thus I go by Solomon the Artiste. So, what's good? What's poppin'? This video is completely, I feel like I say that in every video. This video is random. It is. I don't make plans to do videos, you know, but I do like, I've grown to enjoy doing these videos more. But I do have some things to take care of tonight. Right now it's 6:42 in the evening, Saturday evening. And I don't know, I'm just in a weird place. I was like, you know, I just kind of want to talk to somebody, just kind of speak my mind a little bit. You know, there's nothing bad going on per se, but I just want to talk some things out. And this is a great way to do it. You know, I feel like a decent amount of artists watch my videos and take something from them, and so why not speak here and just hope that you say something in the comment sections or something. I don't know. But today, this evening, what I'm gonna do actually, well, so I decided to try something new also. So I know that there are mukbangs, but I also know that people like to do regular like eat with me videos, kind of like get ready with me videos. But I see that people have done like the eat with me, in which I guess that's technically still a mukbang. I don't know, but either way. So first off, this is a real struggle meal. Like, I am surviving, but I'm fighting through out here in LA. So I'm gonna let y'all see, like, literally, what am I having for dinner? Some sauteed sort of pastrami strips, some what is this, Thomas's English muffins, and some fried plantains because I love them anyway. And that's what I'm having for dinner. You do what you gotta do, you know, it's a struggle meal. And I'm sorry if I'm shiny, y'all. You know, I'm just gonna be real in this video. You know, I haven't showered as of today. This was my day to just sort of not leave the house and not do anything. But I actually had to do stuff because tomorrow, let me eat while I'm talking to you guys so the food don't get cold. Tomorrow, this whole weekend has been crazy. All right, check this out. So tomorrow I have an audition, well, not an audition, I have a callback in Ventura. I assume that's how you pronounce it. But the callback was supposed to be on Friday, yesterday. What happened is that I never heard back from them from the audition. So I just assumed, even though they made it so clear that they loved what I had to offer, I never heard back. And I did tell them honestly that there were some days that I wouldn't be available, but I also had said that, you know, if they can give me a certain thing, then I will just make myself completely available to them. And they seemed eager to do that. But again, when I didn't hear back, I guess they figured like, oh, well, we have people who are 100% available already. So I just left it. I didn't think anything of it. So because of that, I accepted an opportunity to go and work a gig in Bakersfield, which is about an hour, 45 minutes from where I live in North Hollywood. Basically out of LA, but still in Cali, obviously. So whilst I was out there, I got a text message from my agent at about 6 o'clock in the morning, which was 9 o'clock in New York. And it was her, I guess because she sent it, she got an email super late in the night telling me to come for the callbacks yesterday. And I guess when she saw that I never responded, she figured like I must have been sleeping, like I missed it. And so she texted me. Now if I was here in New York, in LA, then I definitely would have like forced myself to get to the audition, because the audition spot is literally like 5 minutes away from me driving, 25 minutes walking, you know? And I do a lot of walking out here in LA because I have to do any and everything I can to save money. You know, like literally the money that I do make from anything goes towards rent and then some kind of, you know, cheap food. You know, it is what it is. I have a Pure Leaf iced tea. I'm really not being bougie. I just kind of got it from the job. So, you know, they offer this free food and I'm gonna take it because I need to find ways to save money, you know? So, yeah. And this is saving my life right now. But yeah, so I had to promised that I would go to the callback in Ventura. Now, I had asked one of the people I worked with how far that is from LA. She told me, oh, that's about 30 minutes away without traffic, but with traffic, maybe, you know, up to an hour. So I'm like, all right, cool. I can handle that. It turns out without traffic, she was wrong. Without traffic, it's about an hour and 30 minutes away. So that threw me off. And I can't even like take like a metro or a bus out there. I mean, I could take a bus, but literally the money that I would spend on an Uber or taking the metro to a different station to get on a different bus, to have to find my way. Even if I found it cheaper, even if it was cheaper for me to take the bus, to take like a, I don't know, whatever, a Greyhound or something. By bus, it's about 3 hours away, 3.5 hours. Driving is about an hour and a half. It just makes sense, and both financially and time-wise, to just rent a car. So that's what I'm going to do after this. I'm basically sitting here, I'm having my food, then I'm going to jump in the shower, wash up and all that stuff, and then I'm going to walk to the airport. Now, no, I'm not walking to LAX. I do have an airport closer to home for me. This is a real struggle meal. Like, I'm literally putting the plantains on the Thomas's English muffin, and then I'm going to put some of the pastrami on there. And this is my dinner for the night. Yeah, so I figured let me eat up from now, make sure my energy is stored up. Then I'm going to shower, like I said, all that good stuff. When I pick up the car, I'm actually going to go to the supermarket so I can buy like some waters and whatever cheap vegetables and fruits that I can get. And then from there, I'm just gonna, you know, come home, rest up. Maybe I'll try to rehearse these songs a little bit more. That's the other thing. I'm kind of, even though I have to go this long distance in order to do my callback, I'm glad, because even if I had seen the email, even if I was in LA and saw the email Thursday night, I genuinely don't think I would have been properly prepared to do the audition on Friday, because it's 2 songs. Even though the songs are not necessarily long songs, excuse me, they're still brand new songs that I don't know personally, and then I also have to learn a side, you know. It's a lot. It's definitely a lot. So I'm kind of glad it worked out like this. Yeah, I do highly suspect that they will hire me. It doesn't seem that they're gonna hire me for the lead, but I think it, you know, but they they asked me to come in and do a callback for the understudy of the lead, you know, which is a little nerve-wracking for me because I've never had to do that before. I've either always just been a star, or it sounds a certain way, but hey, but I've either always just had a lead role or I've been in the ensemble. Have I been in the ensemble before? No, every musical I've ever done, I've been in a lead role. So this is something new, but that is also necessary for me, because it, I mean, it's necessary because it will open more doors. For one thing, if I book this, I may become an equity actor, which would be great. Yeah, I've wanted that for so long. I wanted that in New York, but you know, if I have to come to LA to get that, so be it. Sometimes that's just how it works. But if I really didn't want this video to be long, and I can already see it's gonna be long because I gotta get ready. I'll just give myself a time limit. So if I do the understudy thing, it shows other directors that I may audition for that I can handle a large portion of work, because that means that you have the ability to memorize the work, your own work for a show, and also someone else's work, and that you're prepared to go on at a moment's notice, basically. I've never had to do that before. I'm pretty sure I can handle it, but still, you know, it would be new to me. I'm talking as if I definitely got hired. I don't know. For all I know, they might hire me and ask me to just be a part of their ensemble and not give me the understudy role. I wouldn't care as long as I'm still getting, you know, them equity points or becoming equity. I wouldn't mind, to be honest. But yeah, so that's what's been going on this whole weekend. I actually really enjoyed myself. I can't tell you about the job I worked on Friday. I had to sign an NDA basically, but you'll be aware of it at the beginning of next year. Just to say that. So in case you're wondering, you may not have even noticed, but I tend to drink like sips right after I eat or I'm getting ready to swallow food, because I've got a really bad case of acid reflux, and it actually messes with your ability to swallow food. And so it can be very easy for me to choke. And technically I shouldn't be eating any of this, because all of it is fried basically. And fried food is on the list of things that I shouldn't be eating, but what am I gonna do, you know? But yeah, so I'm like hoping, like I can't wait till I make more money as an artist so that I can afford to eat properly, you know? It's really a crazy thing. So yeah, I'm gonna walk to the airport after this. I'm gonna shower and all of that, and then walk to the airport, half an hour walk, get the car, drive to the supermarket, and then, you know, come home and rest up. Like I said, I might practice a little bit more before. I don't know if I'll practice the actual vocals. I need to practice more the memorization of the words of the lyrics. I'll practice some more before I leave in the morning, and then of course I'll have the car, so I'll be driving to the venue. So I'll practice lyrics as I'm driving and whatnot as best as I can. I don't know where I'm going, so, you know, I don't want to be too distracted from the road, but still, you know. So, and I actually thought about doing the whole Get Around thing, that app where you can like rent a car by the hour. My issue though is that I feel like, because I did this before for another job that I had gotten, and it was easier for me to rent a car to get out there as opposed to trying to find my way there via you know, public transportation. And my thing is, I would hate to rent the car by the hour and then have to leave it as rented in the app just so that nobody comes and takes the car. If someone is around and they also have that app, the Get Around app, that I would hate for someone to see the car and go pick it up, and then I'm just sort of left stranded. Granted that there could be another car around somewhere, but again, driving that far away, it's not really fair, you know, to whoever the car actually belongs to. You know, I know if it was me and I put my car in that app for people to use, I would absolutely feel some type of way, you know. And then the other thing is that even if I did do that, I don't want to sit there and have the car have the hours being added up on my phone, on my on the app, just because I don't want someone to leave the car. Is that what I said already? I probably did. Either way, ultimately it seems like it would kind of add up for me to just rent the car for 24 hours, which is what I'm doing. And what I do is I take care of whatever it is that I rented the car for, and then I do whatever little other errands I need to do. So me, I drink a lot of distilled water. I need to drink distilled water in order for my system to feel comfortable, basically, and to feel clean. And so, like, I literally like pipe water or spring water makes me physically sick for whatever reason. And so I have to drink a lot of this. I drink nothing but distilled water. It's very cleansing. With having the car, tonight, what I plan to do is buy like 10 bottles of distilled water, 10 gallon bottles rather. And, you know, that way I'll just stock up and not have to worry about buying water for at least a week, maybe a week and a half, because I do drink a lot of water. You'd be surprised. You would think like 1 gallon a day, but really I drink at least 1.5 gallons, and it feels like 2 gallons a day now. Like I have to sort of stop myself and just not drink when I feel like drinking, just to ensure that the water can last. Because what I've been doing these days is walking to the supermarket. Now here's the thing, there's a supermarket about 5 minutes away from me that I can walk to. I can walk there in 5 minutes, but I choose to walk to the supermarket that is about a half hour away, basically a mile away, because their waters are cheaper and I think purer, like better tasting. And so I just kind of figure, well, and then the other thing too is that they have a better selection at this other supermarket of organic fruits and vegetables and such. So like usually I'll walk and I'll pick up 2, maybe 3 waters, and I literally walk back with the 3 gallons of water, and I'll add like maybe a can iced tea. I'll definitely get like, you know, plums or peaches, organic fruits and vegetables, and what have you. And I just make it work as best as I can. With the car, I can do way more than I intended. I can pick up more things. However, now this time is going to be a weird thing, because since I'm spending a certain amount of money on the car, I have to be cautious of what I'm spending until Friday, because I don't get paid from the gig I did yesterday. Excuse me, I think food fell, I'm not sure. But I don't get paid until Friday coming. That's the great thing about the job that I work now. It's a weekly pay thing. I don't have any plans during this week. I don't have any, oh my gosh, oh no, I already sent that in. Okay, good. Whew. I forgot I had a video audition to do, and I purposely sent it in before I went to work yesterday, because I knew I wouldn't have time this weekend, and I thought I didn't do it, but I did it. Sometimes I wonder if anyone's watching these videos, they must think I'm crazy the way that I sit here and I just talk. I just ramble on. This is me, you know. If we ever get to go to a cafe and sit over coffee or come across each other in a park, this is me. I hope that's cool with you. But yeah. So tomorrow I'm gonna do that callback. The interesting thing is that I kind of committed myself to some other stuff, some other projects in New York for October and November. And if I booked this particular gig, it would actually disrupt those things that I've dedicated myself to. However, this acting gig is the reason that I came out here. I came out here to pursue acting, to look for other opportunities to act, because I mean, it sounds crazy because you would think that LA is well, it is. I think LA is far more saturated with artists, but in New York, the saturation is a certain type of artist. Everyone out there is more theater than film and such. Where out here, they're more film than theater, but also they're more music on top of that, you know. And I do all of those things, but at least out here, theater is far more accessible for someone like me who is not union yet, but wants to become union. And, you know, out here my survival job can be theater, even though I don't see it as a survival job. Sorry, suffering succotash. Theater, like a lot of people that do Broadway, for example, I know for a fact that musical theater is not their passion, but it's a place where they can like sing their behinds off just because, and they use the money they make from doing Broadway to finance what they really love, which would be, you know, putting together an album and such. I would love to have done that, but Broadway just wasn't, excuse me, taking me on like I thought they would. Out here, it's a different story. Musical theater and theater in general is really just welcoming me with open arms, and I think that has to do with my being a New Yorker as well. I hope no one takes offense, but the New York caliber of talent is way different, way higher than Cali talent, at least definitely for theater, you know. But yeah, that's a whole other discussion. But you know, like I felt kind of guilty, and I had to like even ask one of my friends, like, you know, if I book this gig, would it be terrible of me to just, you know, to tell the people I already promised I would work with that I can't do it anymore? And God bless her, because she was like, Solomon, you legit went to LA to pursue acting and music, and if the opportunity is coming to you, why would you not do it? Why would you refuse your genuine passion because you made a commitment to something that you thought would just fill space, basically, if there's nothing to do for the month of October and or November? And this is why I'm glad I have the friends that I have. You know, the whole point of me coming out here is to pursue art. And yeah, I think the only reason that I was like skeptical, not really skeptical, but like just kind of wary, is because the great part of doing what I had planned for October and November is that I'd be doing it in New York. And in New York, I heard that. And the good thing about going to New York is that I can see my family for a bit, and I can see my niece, you know. But I've assured myself that if I do book this gig and it would require me to work through October and through November, that I would just go home for the holidays, you know. I'd be able to afford it with this gig, to be honest. So I'll go home, spend time with my family, see my niece, and all that good stuff, you know. You probably noticed that this I shot with the actual camera and not my phone. I have to be smart. I was going to use the phone, but then I thought I need my phone to be completely charged because I need to be able to use Google Maps to get to the airport, and I need to be able to ensure that I do have enough battery power also when I get into the car to come back, or to go to the supermarket and then to come back home. Yeah, so also I wanted to talk really quick about Crystal Waters. I love her. I've always loved her since I was a kid, but I just watched her Unsung episode, and what a treat. Like, it was so moving, and it made me appreciate her even more. I actually had the opportunity to see her live in New York, in Queens. She came out there to this casino that was built up in Queens, brand new casino, and they've been really good at getting some prominent artists to come and perform there in Queens. But she was part of a dance house concert, and I love house music. I love house music, especially 90s house music. Oh, but I saw her there. I saw her, CNC Music Factory, Deborah Cox, Robin S. I say Robin S like that on purpose because I had a whole disagreement with someone on Facebook, and I tried to tell them who Robin is, and they were talking about the other Robin, the "Do You Really Love Me" Robin, who I also love and whose albums I have. But I was trying to explain to him, there's Robin and then there's Robin S. They both happen to have songs called "Show Me Love," and I guess that's what was confusing him. I'm like, dude, calm yourself. He's like trying so hard to make me look stupid, like as if I don't know what I'm talking about. And fortunately for him, I'm not the dude to like, I just was like, oh, I just gave up. I was just like, okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. Because I could have went forward as to like actually post pictures like, this is who I'm talking about, this is who you're talking about, but it wasn't that serious. Either way, I digress. But with Crystal Water, I was just so moved by her episode that I just felt the need to send her a message. Like, I legit sent her an email. I don't know if she'll see it. I don't know if she'll respond. But I sent the email. I know it's her email because just trust me, I know it's her direct email for sure. I don't know that she'll see it or respond. I don't know if maybe she'll see it and won't respond. But either way, I just felt like I needed to just let her know how great and wonderful and beautiful she is, and what she really means to artists like me who don't feel accepted completely by every genre or any genre. Like, I feel like I'm just here, I'm creative, people like what I have to do, but when it's time to really commit to me, they're kind of like, you know. And I've accepted that it is what it is, you know. What time are we at? 25. So I haven't finished my food yet, but I'm gonna go ahead and stop this video here because it'd be taking forever to load up these videos when they're longer than 20 minutes. I'll probably leave it and let it upload tomorrow when I leave to go do this callback. But with that being said, I hope y'all enjoyed eating with me. I'm sorry that I'm all over the place right now. Like I said, I admitted it. I did not like jump in the shower this morning. I just figured nobody's home. It's just me. Let me just exist in my funk. But yeah, I'm about to just finish this up now, jump in the shower at 7 o'clock in the evening, get ready to go pick up this car and live my best life for 24 hours. Yeah, so, you know, please continue to watch, hit the like button, hit subscribe if you haven't, tell other people to watch my videos if you like me. I'm really trying to do something here. I'm not necessarily trying to be a YouTuber in the YouTuber sense, but just trying to share something with the world, just, you know, as an artist. I'm just trying to be honest as I grow in my artistry, and I really hope you're willing to like watch and, you know, come on the journey with me. Yeah, so again, I'm gonna end this here because y'all know I can talk nonstop. Thank you so much for watching, and God bless.